Hey there! I just lined up a bunch of wings and I thought I will give you my input to you so you don't have to buy all these wings. So I started with the gong just to give you my impression of this one. What I really like about this wing is the price. It's half the price of some of the other wings, so that's a big advantage. What I don't like is the weight. The weight of the kite is quite heavy compared to some of the others. The handles are quite nice. They're stiff, which is really good. When riding and pumping, you have like a firm feeling. And the deflate handle is also well attached, sits in a nice position. It got windows. The windows are and the material that I really don't like. It's too stiff, so I'm a little bit anxious when it gets winter if it's got a crack. Just to comparing, I later will explain the Ozone Wasp V2 has much softer windows and much nicer. The biggest mistake in my opinion with this wing is the handle placement. This is too narrow, this is too wide. You kind of want to hold like here, and the balance in the wing is awful. You know, you have way too much, you have to press way too much on the backhand. So after riding a while, you get elbow tendencies, at least from my point of view. So maybe not worth the cheaper price. Then we have the Ensys V2. They just launched Ensys Score as well. I don't have this one yet, but this one I've been riding for a long time. I've been really happy about it. I think from my point of view in 2020, this was the best wing on the market. There's no doubt about it. If I had to find some negative parts, I think the handles are a little bit too close to the middle strut. So if you want to go for a transition and grab for the handle, you can touch the strut with your fingers, and it can hurt a little bit sometimes. You have to get used to these kind of longer handles, but when you do that, it's really nice. The deflate or flag out handle is well positioned, and it's stiff, so you can easily maneuver with the wing when it's flagged out. It doesn't have windows. You know, windows isn't a deal breaker for me, but I really like them. So if it could have windows, it would be nice. So yeah, great that the new Score will have that. Another negative part of this one, it's a little bit heavy, not as heavy as the Gong, but compared to the F1 and the Wasp V2, it's a little bit heavy. The deflation system is quite different. You need a adapter for this point. That could be a negative part as well. If you stand in a beach, forgot your pump, then you don't have this adapter. All right, moving on to the Wasp V2. This is a huge step up comparing to the V1. I think of all these wings I got here, the feeling of the Wasp V2 is amazing. It was like, when I got this in my hands, I was like, wow, okay, this is how winging is supposed to be. It's such a nice feeling. These handles are really comfortable to hold on to. They're like really crushed feeling, really nice. The windows, for me, is placed really nice. I don't have to move the wing to see through them. They sit quite perfectly. I can't see in the direction I'm going because I'm looking into the struts or so I can see downwind. That's what I can see. The negative part of this wing is for sure the front handle. I had to make some kind of adjustment myself. I took a plastic tube outside of the original handle and taped it up just so it looked nice. But the original handle under here is almost just a rope. So it's twisting and everything. So when you're flagging out the wing to ride away, you have no control of the wing. So this plastic tube makes it much more stiffer. The wing comes with a waist leash. This is a little bit different comparing to the others. You for sure have to get used to this as well. Other than that, I like to point out the middle strut here. Yeah, I didn't pump it up that hard, as you can hear that. It's a little bit weird shape, I think. It works, but it's just not as refined as F1 Strike. If we go forward to this, I mean, when you take this wing out, the first thing you notice is the weight. It's just amazingly light. The Wasp 2 is light for sure. This one is even lighter. And a really nice feature on this one is the neoprene patch here under the flag out handle. This is the only kind when you don't have like bleeding knuckles after a lot of a long weight riding session, and you can easily adjust the wing when it's flagged out. The same kind of handle is used on the struts here, and here it doesn't work that well. You can see they're just too soft, and especially the back handle. So when you pump the wing, your knuckle hits the strut, and again you get bleeding knuckles. So that's a downside with the Strike. And also, yeah, just when coming from the Wasp 2, it would be nice with windows. As I said, it's not a deal breaker, but just nice to have. Other than that, the Strike is a really nice wing as well. So balanced. It has a lot of dihydral compared to the other wings, but yeah, just really works out very well. Then yeah, the answers we talked about before. If I had to point the advances out for the wings here, I'd say the Ensis. When you ride that, you have a lot of a feeling of riding a windsurf sail. So if you're a previous windsurfer, I think you would prefer the feeling from the Ensis. If you have a surf background, or if you have a kite background, the Strike and the Ozone Wasp 2, I would say would be the one to pick. The Ozone because of the feeling. And no, I just have to point out one more really big mistake with the Ozone Wasp 2. It has, I mean, it doesn't have a single flate system. You have to pump up the wing, both from the strut and the leading edge. And come on guys, we're talking 2021 and you don't have a one pump system. That's really a big mistake together with the handle. But beside of that, a really nice wing, and the same with the F1 Strike. So if I had to make a choice between all these, I say the choice between the Wasp 2 and the Strike is going to be really difficult. But yeah, hope you can use the info. Have a nice day and see you on the water.